Good evening and welcome to Week 14 of Hoops Friday Night in a postseason edition. I'm Dave Saseski. He's Tony Quach. Dylan Tyson will join us later in the show. Tony, state tournament hoops are heating up. A lot on the line tonight. It's win and advance time.
That's right, Dave. It's hard to believe we only have a few weeks left of the basketball season, and there's plenty of action tonight spanning across all 4 divisions. So let's tip things off with some D4 sectional final action in Lima.
We open up the action in the Northwest 4 bracket as the T-Birds bring their 10-game win streak into tonight with the New Knoxville Rangers, the first meeting this century between the two, a spot in the districts on the line. Early first down 2, the Rangers take the lead as Andrew Leffel banks the 3 from the top, 3-2 New Knoxville. But the T-Birds would then go on a 16-1 run, capped off by this Parker Judy 3 from the top that splashed in 18-4 LCC. Still in the first, Rangers battling as Jay Schrader goes baseline and hits the short floater, but the Rangers still down 12. How about DeMar Foster here in transition, breaking the ankles on the way to the hoop, goes off glass for 2, LCC up 24-7. Fourth quarter, Willie Foster makes like a bird and flies in with a thunderous flush. LCC T-Birds are headed into the districts with a 55-39 victory.
To the lower half of the brackets, only 2 meets between Perry and St. Henry in the last 10 years. Both of them coming in tournament play, with each program coming away with 1 win. We'll start off in the first quarter. St. Henry is in transition. Luke Bikey is wide open, and the senior cans a triple try. St. Henry opens up the game on a 9-0 run. Later in the quarter, Perry pulls within 2. Hunter Scott connects for 3. Commodores lead 11-10. To the second we go. Perry goes on the fast break. It's going to be Boss Horrison taking it to the rim for this great finish. The Doors are now down by 3. But St. Henry responds right back. Caden Bergman intercepts the pass. The senior cashes in down court for the 2. Redskins win 72-58. We'll now send it over to Dylan Tyson. Dylan, fill us in on who awaits St. Henry in the next round.
Thanks, Tony. The marquee matchup in Northwest 4 tonight, a MAC rematch between the 4th place finishers Minster and 5th place Marion Local. This is the second time in 3 years these teams meet in the sectional final. It was the Flyers ending the Wildcat season in 2022. But 1 month ago, the Wildcats finally got back at Marion Local with a 6-point win on home turf. So Jack Kanapke and the Flyers looking to get back on the right side of history. The 6'9" senior, using the size to his advantage, beats the double team down low. Flyers have a 4-point lead. But Minster's coming to life as Brogan Steffi finds James Niemeyer down low, count the bucket, and make it a 3-point play, bringing him back within a point. But by the second quarter, Marion Local is back up by 4, and now letting it fly from long range. Austin Niekamp spots up for 3, a game-high 20 points from the junior. Just seconds later, Minster keeping pace. It's Connor Schmeezing putting up 3 more, 17-13, but ultimately it'd be the Flyers proving they can get it done in the paint and on the perimeter. Grant Kramer from around the back end, Marion Local never loses the lead in a 55-45 road tournament win. Flyers now set to face St. Henry Tuesday at Wapakoneta, and in the other Northwest 4 district, semifinal, LCC awaiting New Bremen. The Cardinals have now won back-to-back road games to open the postseason, 64-45 tonight over USV. On Tuesday, the Cardinals face with tackling the #1 seed.
And over to Putnam County, we have a rematch between Crestview and Miller City. Back in week 1, Knights defeated the Cats 57-46 in overtime, so let's see which team will keep their season alive. Picking it up in the third, home team leads by 11. Brandon Barlagi gets the pass. He'll go off the screen for 2. Miller City goes up 33-20. Down the court, Tommy Hefner finds a cutting Ren Sheets, and the junior gets the hoop and the harm. Knights pull within 10. And moments later, Sheets is triple team. He'll send it out to Jerry Harding. The senior gets the friendly bounce. Crestview pulls within 8. To the fourth we go. Barlagi has control. He works his way to the basket, and the junior gets to the fall as he falls out of bounds. The Cats go back on top by double digits. And they continue to tack on more. Will Otto spots up, and his triple try is true. Miller City moves on with a 48-43 win. They'll play the winner of this next game. Dylan, take it away.
Tony, it's between Lincoln View and the #2 seed St. John's. Blue Jays looking for a repeat of 4 weeks ago when they picked up a 30-point win over the Lancers, who've now dropped the last 5 meetings against DSJ. Blue Jays off to another hot start. Cam Elwer sends a rocket down to Austin Munter for the transition bucket as St. John's boasts the 5-0 lead. But here's Lincoln View picking up the pace. Jared Jesse can't find an open man, so hey, he'll take it to the hoop himself. 10-6 to kickstart a Lancer scoring run. Into the second quarter now. Cal Evans coming across the key, makes a man miss. Pump fakes, gets him again, and connects on the 2. We got a tie game at 10 apiece. You just can't ever count out St. John's. Elwer goes behind the back in transition, then down to the baseline, beats the double team for the and one opportunity. Blue Jays win 64-38, heading to districts Tuesday against Miller City at the Elida Fieldhouse. And on the other side of this bracket, it's the 4-time defending sectional champs, Ottoville, hosting Parkway. The Panthers narrowly escaped the semifinals by just 1 point, ending Wednesday on a 12-2 scoring run. But in the third quarter, the Big Green working with a 15-point lead. And adding on fast, Andy Mormon hits an open Michael Turnwald on the perimeter. Quick trigger for the triple, 35-17. Panthers looking for answers. Off the steal, Wyatt Carpenter goes coast to coast for the 2, bringing the game within 14, but Ottoville not taking their foot off the gas yet. Keaton Schnipke finds Landon Horseman down low, and the 6'4" junior is all reliable in the paint. This time, it's a driving Jace Langhouse that finds Horseman for 2 more, and the Big Green are headed to districts for the 5th year in a row, 46-39. Awaiting them at the Elida Fieldhouse will be the 2-seed Pandora Gilboa Rockets. PG picking up a dominant 58-37 win over Jefferson, rounding out the Tuesday slate in Northwest 2. But multiple other Northwest districts in action tonight from Division 4. In Northwest 3, number 1 seed Hopewell Loudon ends Arcadia's season 44-29, but Arlington is moving on 55-40. The Red Devils look to avenge last year's season-ending loss to the Chieftains once again in the district semifinal. And in Northwest 1, Patrick Henry wins 58-44, advancing to play the top seed Toledo Christian, while the 2-seed Antwerp will take on MVCD after a 58-31 win.
Thanks, Dylan. Over to Southwest 3, where the Russia Raiders open up district play at semi-splash. The Newton Indians coming off a 2023 state semifinals appearance. The Scout champs coming to action with just 1 blemish on their record at 23-1. First quarter, Raiders up 7-2, and Braylon Cordonier hits the triple from the left wing, make it 10-2 Russia, and there will be more. Later in the quarter, Braden Monens is going to set the screen. That frees up Vince Borchers, who drives and connects on the hoop and gets the and one call, make it 16-2 Russia. Now up 28 off the inbound pass, a touch pass from Cordonier to Hayden Quinter, who lays it in as the Raiders win 63-16 and are headed to district finals where they await their opponent. Well, we're set for our first break on Hoops Friday night. When we return, we check in with D3, including our spotlight matchup between the Liberty Benton Eagles and the Coldwater Cavaliers. Stay with us.
Welcome back. We'll continue our coverage in Division 3 for an action-packed Northwest 3 bracket. Since 2009, there's only been 2 meetings between Coldwater and Liberty Benton, both of them coming in postseason play. And meeting number 3 comes in the form of our Hoops Friday night spotlight game.
This Hoops Friday night spotlight game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
In the 2 meetings against Coldwater, Liberty Benton has come up short both times. So will 3rd time be a charm? Well, they have to do it against the Cavs team that's won 7 of their last 9 games. In the 3rd, Coldwater leads by 2. Balin Blockberger with the rock. The junior drives and hits the turnaround J. Cavs lead by 4. Down the court, Jake Gherkin works around his defender. He finishes with a nice up and under move. Eagles still trail by 2. To the 4th we go. Cavs are still up. Blockberger from way downtown, and it's good. Coldwater goes up by 7. But we will go into OT. The game is tied at 43, and LB has the ball. Seth Elkirk drives through the lane. He gets the hoop and the harm. Liberty Benton wins in double overtime, 55-49. And the Eagles will play the winner of this game. Ottawa Glandorf and Van Buren collide at the Supreme Court. Back in December, the Titans dominated the Black Knights, 81-60. We'll start off in the first quarter. Grady Tomasis pulls up and hits the J. Titans go on top, 4-2. It's now a 5-point OG lead. Kane Hartford decides to hang 3 on the board. The senior pushes the Titans lead to 8. Meanwhile, Van Buren is playing catch-up. Here's Parker Bauhartz knocking down a triple try of his own. The Black Knights pull within 4. To the second we go. Titans lead by 24 off the steal. Grant Schrader takes down court. He finds Colin White, an Ohio State commit. Throws it down with ease. OG goes up 38-12. Later on in the quarter, Schrader finds David Westrock in the paint, and the senior makes it a 55-14 game. And the Titans continue to dominate. It must be deja vu all over again. White with the steal and the one-handed slam. OG wins 77-40. They'll play Liberty Benton in the district round at Lima Senior next Wednesday.
Our final game in the Northwest 3 bracket is the Spencerville Bearcats and the Allen East Mustangs met on February 9th. The NWC champion Bearcats getting the 68-48 victory tonight. They look for a season sweep to head to districts. First quarter, Will Sensabaugh slices inside and lays it through the traffic to give the Bearcats an early lead. A few possessions later, Bearcats fire up 3, but come up short. However, Carter Sodoff comes down with it, hits the board, and drops it back in, putting his home team up by 4. Ensuing moments, Mustangs charging down the floor, leading to Deacon Jones pulling up for the J as the Mustangs trail by just a bucket. But Jones was just getting started as another break leads to an open corner 3, and the sophomore connects on the trifecta to pull his team within 1. But the Bearcats could not be denied. 24-16 in the second quarter. Evan Osting driving baseline, floating it in as the Bearcats win 59-44 and are heading to districts. Speaking of the Bearcats, their opponent, as we now know, will be the Wayne Trace Raiders as they get the 50-39 victory over Columbus Grove. And Paulding gets the 56-36 win tonight, meaning they will face Archbald next Wednesday at Napoleon. We're set for our final break on Hoops Friday night, but when we return, we venture into Division I and II, including 3 WBL rematches in the Northwest 2 bracket. Catch those highlights next. Welcome back. We now turn our attention to the Northwest 2 bracket in Division II. The next 3 matchups, all WBL teams, including a battle of Bulldogs over at the Fieldhouse. The Elida Bulldogs took care of business back on January 26, defeating the Defiance Bulldogs 56-47. However, before that, Defiance had rattled off 6 straight wins against their conference rivals. Starting the third quarter, Defiance up 1 when off the miss comes Brogan Castile flying in with a putback and 1. Lead pushed to 4 after the free throw. However, Elida would get hot as this David Etzkorn ignites a 12-3 run. This triple, Etzkorn would lead the way with 17 as Elida up 35-29. Third quarter winding down. Check this out. Off the miss, Castillo. Let's go a prayer, and it's answered. Ice in his veins. Defiance down 42-39 after 3. What a play. But in the fourth, it belonged to Elida. Koval sets up Seth Sharp, who hits the floater. Count it, and 1. Lead at 6. And then Koval brings the fans out of their seats as he sinks the triple from the wing. Elida outscores Defiance 19-3 in the fourth and are headed to districts with a 61-42 victory. They'll play the winner of our next game.
Yeah, Dave, it's another WBL rematch. Kenton looking for revenge at the Shoe, falling by just 8 points to St. Mary's a month ago. The Rough Riders, on the other hand, looking for their 5th straight win over the Wildcats and a 4th straight sectional title. Kenton has kept within reach all night long, but late third quarter, St. Mary's trying to put it away. Alex Haney pump fakes and delivers the 2. The Riders head into a timeout with a 38-31 lead. Kenton senior Ethan Yoder with a quiet 5 points thus far, but he's pulling through for his team in the clutch, nailing a critical 3 to keep Kenton within striking distance. 14 points for Yoder. Then Blaine Bushong parts the Red Sea on his way to the hoop. The Cats are keeping pace, 42-36. But that's when St. Mary's hits their stride on a scoring run into the fourth quarter, and Cobain Owens wants more. Powers through the foul and adds the and 1 as part of 8 unanswered. The Riders lead 50-36, and they want insurance. Noah Payne coming down in transition to cap off a 16-point performance, and the Rough Riders capture their 4th straight sectional title, 59-47. They will be St. Mary's versus Elida Thursday night at Liberty Benton.
The lower section of this bracket features 2 teams that know a thing or 2 about each other. Shawnee has won 8 in a row over Salina. However, before that run, Salina had won the previous 10. Jumping to the third, Carter Allstetter feeds it inside to Caleb Gavis, and the senior faces up and attacks the rim for the lay-in. Bulldogs, however, trail by double digits. Indians come back down the other end as the first-team WBL player Beckett Berkey turns up. The defense here gets by the defense, hits the bucket. They take the lead. From on here, another WBLer, all first-teamer, Braylon Gavis flashes across the paint. He'll drop this through as the Bulldogs continue to chip away at the deficit. Later in the quarter, Trevick Berkey finds Alex Goldberry on the break, and the senior will let that in as Shawnee continues their dominant offensive performance. But Beckett Berkey not finished yet. Off the screen, rises up and hits the deep 3. He finished with 22 on the night as the Indians head to districts, winning 69-35 to face Napoleon and Liberty Benton.
We wrap up the night in Division I. 8-seed Lima Senior looking for their 7th straight sectional title. However, 3-seed Sandusky standing in their way. Third quarter, Spartans down 8, but they'll make it 5 because Isaiah Wilson from straight away connects on the 3, now 43-48. Fourth quarter down 6, but the Spartans not going away. Sean Foster connects on the corner triple to cut the deficit to 3. However, Sandusky knocks down key free throws at the end to win by 2, 59-57.
In the same bracket, Wapakoneta meets Anthony Wayne. The Redskins are coming into this showdown as winners of 5 in a row. We'll start things off in the first quarter. Caleb Moyer finds Logan Healy. He'll send it through the 10. Wapakoneta leads by 2. In the second, Nate Metzger connects with Moyer. He gets the score. The Redskins go up 15-11. We're all tied up in third. It's Ryan Richardson dialing up from long range, and it's good. Wapak leads 30-27. However, the Skins would fall to the Generals 42-40. And we wrap up our hoops action with the Finley Trojans. They are winners of 8 of their last 9 games. Tonight, the Trojans meet the Wayne Indians for the sectional crown. In the first, Finley leads by 2. Luke Wyrock pulls up and knocks down the J. The Trojans double their lead to 4. Next possession for Finley, it's Ben Best calling his own number. Number 3 buries the 3. Just like that, Finley leads by 7. Later in the quarter, Will Cardonier goes off the window. Finley starts things off, an 11-0 run. And in the second, Finley leads by 30. Yes, 30. Ryan Montgomery tacks on 3 more, and the Trojans roll to a 71-21 win. They will play Northview on Tuesday at Central Catholic High School.
And that's how we wrap up our final Hoops Friday night of the season. Thank you to everyone who helps us put this show together and helps us get this on the air. And thank you, of course, to you, the viewer.
Man, this is very bittersweet, dude.
It's finally the end, right?
Yep. But we have plenty of district title games tomorrow featuring our top local girls basketball programs. And we have a huge wrestling tournament in Troy as well. Be sure to tune in. Have a great night, everyone.
Take care.